I honestly think this performance, he could literally perform it at Mama's and it will be a showstopper. I really hope he could perform this in like huge award shows and stuff, because I wish everyone could see that performance. Oh man, that was so good. Hey everyone, it's EliMarie, and today is a recap video, a concert recap video for Kang Daniel's first solo concert called First Parade. Specifically from someone who watched it online, from that perspective, because sadly I couldn't see it in person. Hopefully one day I can see Kang Daniel perform live. But anyway, sadly I was not able to see Saturday's concert. I saw Sunday's because I literally got a puppy. My weekend was so crazy. But anyway, regardless of whatever happened, I was so determined to watch Kang Daniel's concert no matter what. So at 4 a.m. I was up ready to watch Kang Daniel's concert. Who needs sleep? Not me. So I do know that the set list for Saturday and Sunday were slightly different, but I will just recap Sunday because obviously that's the performance that I saw. Also, fun little fact, I do have all of his albums displayed here. You can't see it because I need to display albums better. It's just a constant struggle. You guys can't even see it, but it's there. All his albums are right there. All right, so the concert started with an intro and then it went straight to his song Flash. So Flash was the opening song for the night, and I thought it was a solid way to start the entire concert. The song is so cool, and I think it really set the tone for the rest of the concert. And I think Flash is one of those songs that really represents Daniel. I mean, all of his songs represent him, but I feel like Flash is one of those songs that really represents him, so I like how he opened up with that song. His concert is the first place where he actually performed Flash live. I don't think he's performed this song before, and that is super exciting because I love the song, and I know everyone else loves the song too. And then right after Flash, he performed Parade, which I wasn't expecting him to perform the song so early in the night because the concert is titled First Parade, and Parade is sort of the anthem for the entire concert. It is such a fun song and it's like a celebration. And just like Flash, it continues setting up the mood for the rest of the concert. I thought the overall performance was so solid and I was so excited for the rest of the night. So after Parade, he went on to welcome the audience. So something that really surprised me throughout the entire concert is how Daniel will perform full-on choreography, singing, rapping, everything, and then he will just talk and interact with the audience, barely giving himself a time to breathe, and how easily he talks to the audience, which I'll talk more about that later, but I just have no idea how he has the energy. I think the average person would probably be out of breath and unable to speak to anyone, so the fact that he just continuously did that throughout the night, perform, and then talk to the audience, I don't know how he does it, but it was amazing. So something that I liked was how he acknowledged the audience. They were wearing black and white, and he really connected with the crowd in this concert. I don't know about Saturday, I'm pretty sure he did, but the audience on Sunday were amazing. Again, I wasn't physically there, but from an online viewer's point of view, I could hear the audience, and just from seeing Daniel's reaction to the audience, I think it was just a great atmosphere within the venue. And I really wish I could have been there because it must have been so much fun. Okay, so I'm not gonna get into full details on what he specifically said during the talking moments of the show because for the sake of time, I wanna keep this video relatively short and there's a lot of things I wanna talk about, specifically of his performances. So after that, he performed Don't Tell, which is such a sexy song, and I loved seeing the choreography, specifically the moments when the girls were on one side and the guys were on the other. It is so fun to watch, and I was so happy he performed it. It was electrifying. And then I practically screamed when they transitioned to Waves. That transition with Don't Tell and Waves was perfection. And I lost it with Waves. Waves is one of my top favorite songs, and oh my gosh, I wanted to like scream and sing the song as loud as I can, but it was 4 a.m. and I couldn't really do that to my neighbors. But my gosh, that performance was so good. I really hope sometime in the future, Daniel will be able to perform Don't Tell with Jessi and Waves with Simon Dominic and Jamie. But Oh my gosh, Waves. That is the song. And again, that transition with Don't Tell and Waves is perfection. I wish I could just rewatch that performance. So after that performance, Daniel talked to the audience. Again, I don't know how he has the energy. And the thing is, he's a soloist. So it's not like he could just hand the mic over to someone else and they could just talk to the audience or something. Because I mean, people that have concerts and they're part of groups, everyone takes their time to speak and let the other members catch their breath and things like that. But in a solo concert, it's just Daniel. How he communicated with the audience, it literally sounded like he's talking to his friends. I mean, that has to be some type of gift, because I've been to concerts where the performers are talking to the audience, but there's no connection there. I don't really know how to describe it, but with Daniel, it just came so naturally. I don't know if it's because he's an MC or he's just really good at communicating with people. So the next song that he performed was Touchin. The entire performance was so smooth. And it's one of those performances that it shows his style. It was just so fun to hear him perform Touchin. So after that came the first VCR. So the VCRs told a story. So the first VCR, it shows Daniel sort of setting up his apartment for, it seems like a mini house party or a date. It was so sweet. I like how the VCRs, it develops a story, which I'll talk more in depth about that later on. So after that, he had a brief intro and then he performed Jealous. I could not stop smiling and singing along to the song. At this point, it must have been like 4 or 5 a.m. I don't even know what time it was, but I didn't care. I was singing along to the song. And throughout the performance, Daniel was smiling, and I think he was really in the moment. And I'm pretty sure the audience was loving it too. It was an overall super, super fun performance. I loved it so much. And then after that, he spoke to the audience again. When he was speaking to them, it feels like nothing was scripted and he was just literally in the moment talking to his friends. Okay, so the next song that he performed is To You, and the entire time while he was performing, the only thing that came to my head was whoever watches this performance will instantly fall in love with this man. It is inevitable. I don't know who cannot love him. This performance, it shows off his style. He was having so much fun performing it, at least from an audience point of view or an online viewer audience point of view. It looked like he was having fun. The audience was enjoying it too. I was enjoying it. And then after that, he performed, in my opinion, the song of the year, Upside Down. So Upside Down is one of my top favorite songs ever since it was released. I genuinely love it. And after watching Daniel perform this song in his concert, in my mind, it just solidified that this is the anthem of 2022. I think when I look back at this year, the song that will stand out to me is Upside Down. It is so fun. I was singing to the song. I was dancing along to it. It is, oh my gosh, it is one of the best. I feel like all the other songs, like Touchin, Jealous, and To You, it was sort of building up to Upside Down. That song is, oh man, it's guaranteed to put a smile on your face. So after that, he was talking and interacting with the audience, except this time he played a game with them, which I thought it was so unique and super fun, which I haven't seen something like that happen in a concert per se. So he played a true or false game with the audience. He would sort of state a fact about himself and then the audience had to guess if it's true or false. It was so fun. I love how he was just interacting with the audience. Again, it was so effortless, the communication. I think the audience was really into it. And then after that, he picked winners for like a prize and stuff. I thought that was really sweet. Okay, so after that, he performed the song Mad with Chancellor. He was actually there. So I kind of kept myself from spoilers for the concert, so I didn't really see much of what he did on Saturday. So everything that I saw on Sunday was a first for me. So I thought it was really cool how he brought him out and they both performed this song. It's a song to the haters and they both did amazing. And then afterwards, he performed How We Live with Sokodomo. So he was the surprise guest of the night. And I'm so happy he brought him out. So to me, How We Live is like a summer song, and the entire performance was so much fun. And I love seeing how different the performance for Mad and How We Live are. So after a very brief talking moment, then Sokodomo performed his song Merry-Go-Round. And I could tell that the crowd loved him and I loved the performance. It was so nice seeing everyone welcome him. It was a great song and I'm so happy that Daniel gave him this opportunity to perform. Okay, so at this point, there is the second VCR. So the VCRs, I think they could be kind kind of interpreted in different ways. So someone said on Twitter that they think that the VCRs tells the story of his career, the highs and then the lows and then sort of building up again. So in my opinion, I think it shows different sides of Daniel. So I think the story that they were trying to portray with the VCRs, it's either two things. There's the storyteller Daniel, he is writing and recounting his own story, or two, he is currently writing his story. So when he has his low moments, he decides to rewrite his story to change it. But I do like seeing the different sides of Daniel, the composer side, and then the storytelling side. So I think it's up for interpretation. Let me know in the comments below, how did you guys interpret the VCRs? All right, so after that, there was an intro, and then he performed his song, Misunderstood. So I think the first part of the concert showed the fun songs that Daniel has. The middle part of the concert, it's when he performs his more serious songs, the more emotional ones. So anyway, his performance of Misunderstood was amazing. I loved how he did the rap verse and his vocals. After that, he spoke to the audience and he did mention that he loves rapping. We love rapper Daniel. After that, he performed his song Loser. So that song has like mixed emotions because it's kind of a sad song, but then it's hopeful at the same time. But I really like how he performed it because I think this is a song that a lot of people can connect with. So afterwards, he spoke to the audience a little bit more and then he performed one of my top favorite songs. I always recommend this song to anyone and everyone, and it is Antidote. I will never get tired of seeing this performance. I love the choreography, his vocals. I was singing and dancing along to it. I just wanted to rewatch it, and I wish everyone can watch that performance and the next performance that's coming up. So right after Antidote, there was an intro, and oh man, I think this part of the show was probably one of my favorite moments. So there was a brief intro, the screens change and it sort of looks like a creepy graveyard, and then there's dancers and Daniel, and oh my gosh, the intro was so good. It was creepy, it was eerie, it was dark, and it just set up the tone for Paranoia. Paranoia was amazing. Again, I've seen Daniel perform this song so many times, but seeing him perform it in his own concert was amazing. And that intro, I don't think I'll ever get over that intro. Throughout the performance of Paranoia, you could see Daniel was so into it. His facial expressions. At one point he's serious and then he kind of gives a creepy smile. I love it. As well as the dancers. I honestly think this performance, he could literally perform it at Mama's and it will be a showstopper. I really hope he could perform this in like huge award shows and stuff because I wish everyone could see that performance. The intro and Paranoia. Oh man, that was so good. So I think Antidote and Paranoia were such powerful performances. It really shows his stage presence. I mean, all the songs do show his stage presence, but specifically Antidote and Paranoia because it taps into these different emotions. I'm actually surprised that he performs Paranoia after Antidote because technically Antidote comes after Paranoia, but I absolutely loved the entire sequence. So afterwards, they played the third VCR. So again, it continues building up on that story. I will go into detail about that, but again, I kind of want to keep this video short. So afterwards, there was an intro which led to his song Save You. So the intro was a beautiful piano melody and Daniel gets into the box and then the box starts going up and he performed his song Save You. I think it was such a sweet performance and it was so nice seeing Daniel connect with the audience while he was singing it. He was just looking out to the audience and I'm sure the audience was singing the song back to him. It was such a heartfelt moment and I really loved it. However, there's a song that hits me in the feels every single time. And it is 1,000 Times. My heart melted. I love 1,000 Times and Moment. He performed those songs and I just wanted to watch him perform it over and over and over again. I did not want it to end. So after he performed 1,000 Times, he talked to the audience a little bit more and then he performed Moment. And the same thing that I felt for 1,000 Times, I felt it for Moment. Both songs are just so beautiful. I remember when his album The Story was released, I was hoping for him to perform these songs one way or another. So the fact that he performed it live in his concert just made me so happy. So afterwards, Daniel left and then the crowd started chanting his name. He went back on stage and the encore song was I Hope. So I know that on Saturday he performed The Story. So I'm kind of curious how that performance went. But he performed I Hope on Sunday, and it was such a great way to end the concert. And again, this is another song that sort of felt like a celebration, sort of ending the first concert or the first parade concert. It's such a bright and happy song, and I absolutely loved it. So afterwards, Daniel spoke to the audience again, sort of bidding them farewell. And then after that, it was the last VCR, which it closed out the story. So in one of the moments where he was talking to the audience, he did mention that he wanted to make the parade a series, meaning the concert, because this was the first parade. And also in the end of the VCR, it says next parade. So I know that he is planning on doing more concerts and hopefully a global tour. So that is just really exciting news. I really hope that Daniel is able to have a lot more concerts, and globally too. I hope to see him live one day. But overall, from start to finish, this concert was amazing. It definitely showed the different sides of Daniel. It had a little bit of everything, and it was so good. If you guys get the chance to see Daniel live, I highly recommend it. Huge shout out to not only Daniel, but his entire team that helped make this concert happen. It was amazing, and I'm sure it probably takes a village to make something like this happen. Props to all the dancers and just everyone that was involved in this. And also shout out to all the Danities that were in the audience. I think this audience was amazing. How they just reacted to Daniel and Daniel's communication with them. It was so good. Probably one of the best artist-fan interactions I've seen in a concert, at least online, that is. But it was just so fun to watch. I highly, highly recommend, if you guys could watch a Daniel live, do it. And I look forward to more future concerts from him. If you're watching to this point, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this brief little recap video. So with all that being said, once again, I'm EliMarie. You guys could feel free to subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you all in the next video.